Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back for another episode of Redcoat's Revenge in EU4, and, in previous episode we got a truce with France, and we also have a bit of a coalition at our hands. Hopefully they are a bit busy right now, but we may need to hold off from any other conquests in Europe. Of course, that will not stop us expanding in America, I don't think. Although, I think, let's have a look. Diplomatic truces. We don't actually have truce with everyone, but with quite a few. Although, we could conquer this. Most likely. Oh, well, they do have an ally, I suppose. And we don't have a diplomat. Okay, so we'll have to wait a little bit. We'll let the time start ticking. Another thing that I've been thinking about is I might want to give some subsidies to my colonies. For example, the 13 colonies, I'm going to give them not huge subsidies, quite frankly, but I think 10 years we'll give about 1 per month. It's going to let them increase their economy a little bit. Probably give 1 per month for each of the colonies, including... well, maybe not Mexico. Mexico is pretty large. Well, they'll be able to pay themselves. Or keep themselves going for a while, I think. Now, we do have Quebec currently growing. We're decent... well, it's only 300 people, quite frankly. So it's not that big yet. Then in South Africa we are about to get another colony in the near future. Albeit it's still going to take a while. And then Andamans we got a colony going. We do have the exploration fleet there, but we don't have an explorer yet. And we don't have the range, I don't think, to actually explore further. We'll just wait for this to be finished and then we'll get another explorer going and we'll explore the Pacific for the most part. Aha, treasure fleet. Hostile privateer. Oh, hold on, where are their privateers? I suppose they might be going... I don't actually know. But it did say that there were privateers, so I'm not sure, but we got a little bit extra money anyway. And we do have another ship there that we can attach. I think we may need to start increasing our trade navy though. So I'm gonna create a template. I think 10... light ships. Can be easily built and then sent off to conduct trade. I haven't quite decided where I'll send it yet, but there's a few options for us. For example, we could send a fleet to, I don't know, Caribbean or something. Steal a bit more of the trade off of the enemy in the Caribbean. I mean, well, okay, Portugal is pulling out the majority of it, actually. No, Quebec is producing naval supplies. Well, that's actually rather good. Rather good indeed. Now then, do we have... we don't have a lot of armies in America. We only have the 10,000 men. We could send this off to explore. Or we could send this to North America to capture some natives there. We are 15 years ahead of... well, actually now 14 years ahead of time in all techs. Just making sure that, yeah, that is the case. So we don't need to worry about the... saving points for anything important right now. Now there's a few things that I could do. I'll be actually thinking about the idea groups that I'll take. Trade and economy is certainly stuff that I will take. I might actually, instead of maritime or anything like that, I might take influence to get a bit more... well, the liberties I would go down on vassals. It would let us have one more diplo relation, and unjustified demands goes down by 50%. And also it gives some fairly decent idea or policies to enact. So I will probably take that. Right, since we have the troops here now, let's transport them back to 13 colonies. I think New York is as good as any. And Iroquois will be our next target, I think. I'm not sure where their ally is, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Oh, it's over there. It's a bit far away. Not to mention they are fighting a war. So yes, we'll take over that. That should be enough to give us the... I mean, technically, Plymouth is probably going to be finished rather soon, within a year. So let us move in the troops and declare a war. Then we'll go... Well, we might conquer a little bit more around here, then we'll go back down to Mexico and expand there. Although, before we declare the war, well, yeah, before we declare the war, I'm going to give subsidies to Cuba. Again, for 10 years. It's going to give them a little bit of a boost. And it shouldn't hurt my income all that much. Right, so we got the 10... No, that's the transports. It's the Royal Navy. Okay, so we don't actually have the light ships ready yet, but they are about to be finished. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Now, there's a few things that I could still do. Ooh. Be rather valuable in London. Also, Cork seems to be a pretty good place. I mean, I think in Cork we already had the... Yeah, we already had the manufacturer. In London we don't, but... Not a huge issue. Actually, York is going to be another one that we'll build right now. Right, just waiting for 13 more days and Iroquois will be under attack, I suppose. 13 colonies should be helping a fair bit. And Quebec, once that's ready, we'll get Canada, and we'll probably give them some decent subsidies. Oh, Trier has entered a coalition. Now, declaring a war is always a bit risky. I have set up some army templates that I can use. I'm going to make another 10,000 men. The old ones, the old armies were built on 532. Now we're going to start building 523. And later on, once we get the better artillery, we'll probably go for 424. I suppose we can recall the diplomat from Bengal now, and we do have our diplomat available. So how about we go to war? Oh, we still have good relations. I forgot that. I could vassalize them. I could also threaten war. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna demand that. Did we lose stability? I don't think we did. So that's good. I didn't mean to split the group, just detach a siege. Oh, the army is down there. Can we catch up with that? They're going down south. No, I think we'll just go for their capital. Siege it down. And eventually we're going to have to fight some Spanish colonies. Liège has entered the coalition. I don't think the... No, the religious war is still going on. But it looks like the... I think the Protestant side is losing. Yeah, it kind of seems to be that case. Because France is losing, and, well... At least we know that France is losing, which is not a bad thing per se, although I'd rather not have Spain taking more of their land. Now, I'd like to fight Spain sooner rather than later, but right now the coalition may be an issue. We'll just seize down this one. I wonder where the... Oh, hold on, there's Caribbean pirates here. Somehow I'm not surprised, but that's probably in Mexico, isn't it? Yep. It sure is. Okay. I wonder if I can make Cuba strong enough. At least once they hold all of Cuba, they might be strong enough for it. And then we can have our Cuba destroy the Caribbean. Oh, they went to seize down that one. Okay, well, I suppose that makes... Oh, nope. Still continuing. Truce with Mixtec and Zhatelier has ended. The army is assembling here. Excellent. So we got 70,000 men in the mainland, or in Europe. Depletion of European beaver. Ooh. Excellent. I'm not sure if we found much beaver yet. But it will increase... Ooh. We've got 1, 2... We've got 4 over here. And we'll get a lot more from Iroquois. So yeah, things are looking pretty good. And trading in cloth, mercenary maintenance goes down. Excellent. Now we still have plenty of missions to do. On the other hand, we do still have more than 200 years. About 250. And we will probably play this all the way till the end, just to see how much we can actually achieve in this. Right, now I believe we got a squadron here. I suppose I could send them to protect trade in North Sea. The Lübeck would be more profit. I'm going to send them there. Which is going to mean that we'll be transferring a lot more of it. We're already transferring 5 ducats per month. And it's going to be 6. So it wasn't actually all that much, but it's still profit. And it's money away from the Danes. Which actually, for some reason, like me, I don't like them. Well, we're gonna have to start beating down some French separatists soon. Let's get into positions. And hope that that will be enough. Now, we do have another diplomat that we could use to, for example, support... I mean, I suppose I could give Mexico a tiny bit of support. On the other hand, Mexico is going to be bloody strong anyway. I don't know if I should do that. On the other hand, what we could do is we could start increasing the levels on these. I'm going to increase the admin advisor, actually. Also, I don't think I've upgraded the force all that much. Upgraded Anjou, and... I'm not sure if I want to upgrade too many forts. I mean, I might want to, but at the same time, the forts within England and Scotland and all that are probably not going to be as useful as our navy, so how about we increase our navy instead? Get another 5 heavy ships. And we are about to get another colony. Ooh, anatomical theatre. We could get a fair bit of innovativeness. Yeah, we can take that. We do want to get the innovativeness up to 50, if possible. Which is probably going to be possible. It's already at 23. Or 50 or more is the target. Is Osage willing to... No? They are being occupied, but they are not willing to give up quite yet. Well, no biggie. We can wait. I mean, still making a ton of money. And speaking of money, actually, do we want to save our points for the stability? How long would that take? How much do we gain monthly? Okay, 2 and 2/3. Modified by religious unity. I mean, we are working on that, of course. To some degree. There's a lot of provinces that we need to convert. Of course, a lot of them were converted by the centers of Reformation. Roman fever. Oh. Zhatelier. 100 per year right now. I think we can take the hit there. Still going to be about a year until it's done. Speaking of which, where... Oh right, we got the colonists in Andamans. Okay, so it's going to be a bit more than a year, but I think we can manage. Oh, and... It would appear that... Oh, yeah. The ally that Iroquois had is no more. Take all the money. Is that going to be... No coalition that I'm afraid of. Although... Ooh. Oh. Evangelical Union is victorious. So Protestantism is now the... Okay, Right. We got some problems with that, I think. Because in the missions there's the control electors. And we need to have some of them as vassals. Now, if Bohemia is the... Bohemia is rather strong. Allied with Russia. I see. And if we were to take over any other lands... Well, I mean... HRE is going to be a bit of a mess now. Although, the religion is rather Protestant already. And it's still going strong. Spreading into southern France. Latinate is in golden era, okay. And Bohemia announced me as a rival. Latinate left the coalition. Oh, hold on. Holland just entered the coalition? Yep. Okay, let's have a look. Some of the nations are leaving now. I mean, the aggressive expansion is going down. This Bohemia might be getting a coalition now. Well, once the truces end, I suppose. That would be interesting. Coalition against the Emperor. Now again, we cannot be elected, so we're going to have to vassalize some of the electors to get the mission done. Now, that's going to be a bit of a difficulty. But it can be done. But we may need to bide our time for the time being. Now, can we increase... We could increase the army a tiny bit again. At the same time, we could actually increase our navy. Baden has in the coalition. A bit low on cash right now, but that's going to be fixed sooner or later. Not to mention... Oh, right, we got another trader. Which means we can send in a trader here. Transfer trade power. It's not going to be much right now. But once we have the trader there, we'll get the East India trade route, which is going to increase our trade efficiency by another 5%, which is a lot extra money. Oh, the Dutch are embargoing us. Are they our rival? No, they just hate us. Okay. It doesn't lower the max power all that much, to be fair. We still hold, well, 78%. But yeah, the coalition is still going strong. I think Brabant is going to join that as well. Spice trade. Ooh. Okay, a fair bit of money and 20 prestige. And price of spices goes up by 50%. There we go. And another thing that was suggested a while back in the comments is I'd probably get the Defender of Fate, actually. Since we are pretty much the only country, we're not going to lose it. The technology cost is a bit of an issue, but I think we can manage that. The morale of armies and navies is good. The war chosen going down and the yearly prestige is good, and the missionary is good. We'll take that now. Yeah, I think we'll start converting Isle of Man. I wonder, are the French separatists still... Ooh, they are still growing bolder. Okay, so we got 120 points now. Still need to increase that a little bit. Oh, we're gonna get a government reform. Let's have a look. So, do we get more states? Or minimum autonomy in territories? I think I'm gonna take more states. On the other hand, for Great Britain, well, we're gonna have a lot of territories actually. Lowering the autonomies in those might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I'll actually take that one. Because that will increase the income. A fair bit, actually. Oh, and we can get the merchant from here. Excellent. Right, so where should we send the merchant? We already got merchants all the way to India. We can't send one to Bengal yet. Do we have someone over there? Do we have one in Mexico? We can't actually see the trade node, can we? Oh, no. No, we cannot. Okay, well, we are transferring that. And from here, we're transferring about 50-50. I'm gonna send merchant over here. Oh, and a fair bit of countries left the coalition against us. That is very good. Papal States left the coalition even. Nice. Okay, so we got the troops here. We should probably... Do we have claim on anything? Well, the Spanish are increasing here. Quite rather rapidly. On the other hand, once they get the colonial nation there, we might be able to defeat them a bit quicker. Because 13 colonies is strong. Oh, they got Plymouth already colonized, and they're now colonizing New Hampshire. I might want to take over Hurons at some point, but we'll need to have Canada for that. Before we can actually get that reliably. Although, I don't suppose we have Oh, they have a claim over there, okay. Oh, and Huron... Ooh, hoo hoo. That's interesting. There is a lot of colonies around here. So we could actually declare war on these and take our Hurons as well. I am tempted. Actually, I'm very tempted. I'll declare war. Coffee boon? Ooh. Okay, that's good. For them. Less for us, but it's still not too bad. We're gonna siege down the capital again. We'll probably have to peace out Hurons first. Wars of religion in France. Oh boy. Oh, and we are full on military power. I see. I mean, we could use some power here to seize down that one a little bit quicker, and then... At this point, I think it might be worth starting to increase the colony size a little bit. Not colony, the development in England. Hold on, London only has 25 right now. We'll probably increase that a little bit. Now it has 27. There might be some event increasing that further. Trying to increase places around here that are green for the military. Meaning that it's more or less profitable. Or like it gives decent results. Although at this point... Do we have... Glamorgan is only 8. I'm gonna increase that once, and maybe one for development as well. Because iron is pretty good. And that's probably going to be the end of what we develop right now. But anyway, we are unfortunately out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, bye bye.